Sunram. Sunram finds an OC left pocket three on the way. Tickles a twine.
Now it's Maddie Bass on the drive. Bass, nice move, and Bass with an easy layup.
To the feet, Ruppel brought back down. O'Connor, though, lost the grab and down to the mat. Ruppel with a chance for a pin with a minute 15. There it is.
Pick and roll, Kaloran. Hooks it underneath, and a bunny for Hannig.
Right side to Charlie Shaw. Shaw looks right, drives in, attacks the double team, and splits him for the layup.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good evening and welcome to North Sargent High School, the site of tonight's Division B Girls Region 1 basketball contest between the Napoleon-GS Imperials and the Sargent County Bulldogs. We will be right back with our pregame show here. You are watching girls basketball on yourliveevent.com.
Sargent Central Public School, helping others create themselves, things, and opportunities. It's home to a variety of wonderful opportunities, including a 24/7, 365 community wellness center, a 3rd through 12th grade smart lab, free pre-kindergarten, 1-to-1 student devices, and 12 weeks paid parental leave. For more information, please visit sargentcentral.org. Good luck, athletes, and good luck, Sargent County Bulldogs. Together is Central.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
The Bison Booster Club, an organization that is rooted in their support of the activities within the Milner Public School District and the City of Milner. They pride themselves on their community involvement in local donations to area projects and sponsorships to help make their community a pleasant place to reside. If you have any questions or are interested in becoming a Booster Club member, you can check out the Bison Booster Club on Facebook or talk with any of the existing members. The Bison Booster Club, helping make their community a better place to live.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
I would like to welcome you into our Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth. Stock Growers Bank, your small town bank and big time partner with Stock Growers mobile app. Experience banking at your fingertips anytime, anywhere. Bank near so you can go far with Stock Growers Bank. I'm Nick Furch on the call for you here this evening. I will be joined by my cameraman, Connor Olson. And it's going to be a very interesting night here tonight as both teams able to win in their their season openers on Tuesday. And the story of tonight is going to very much be how will the Sargent County Bulldogs be able to compete against a younger, little less experienced Napoleon-GS team, but a team that is definitely looking to prove themselves here tonight. The Imperials are coached by head coach Paul Erbely, and I talked to him earlier this afternoon, and one of the big talking points that he had about this Sargent County team is that this was a team that they were looking forward to competing against and getting a chance to see, where does his young squad compete against one of the state's top teams. The Bulldogs coming into tonight, preseason ranked number 5 So definitely going to be a challenge for the Imperials. But Coach Eberle definitely sees some opportunities for his team to have some success. One of the areas that he wanted to focus on was the 1-2-2 press that the Bulldogs like to play. Is how is his team going to be able to handle that and really try and limit turnovers as much as possible throughout the game, as that is one of the areas that the Bulldogs do very well in, is forcing turnovers and getting easy layup opportunities. So for the Imperials, if they're able to force the Bulldogs into more of a half-court set and make them try and shoot jump shots rather than get some of those easy bunnies, that was something that Coach Eberle really strongly believes that his team can do. And for the Imperials, like I said, they did win in their season opener against Senator Stanton on Tuesday. They won that game 51-37. That game they did handle the press well, got easy points off of that, and were able to gain confidence as well as the lead. So for Coach Eberle and the Imperials, those are just some of the keys that they have for the game. We'll make sure to highlight a couple more as we go on. We'll step aside, and we'll be back to learn more about head coach Randy Searstead's Sargent County Bulldogs. You are watching on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Milner Public School District has a long history of academic, artistic, and athletic achievement and is proud of the programs and education environment offered. A fully accredited educational system, Milner Public School District operates 2 separate school buildings, including Sundale Colony School. Over 85%, that's right, 85% of the graduates of Milner High School attend some form of post-secondary educational institution. You can find more information on the Milner Public School District online at milner.k12.nd.us.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Milner Grain understands that agriculture is your livelihood, and we're committed to providing you with the highest quality of services to meet your farming needs. Milner Grain has a passion for our community and the farmers we serve. Milner Grain is locally owned and operated. When you're looking for a partner in the field, look to Milner Grain. Call 701-427-5284 or check out Milner Grain's app with current up-to-date prices. Milner Grain is here to help you and your farm grow.
The Sargent County Bulldogs were able to pick up a win against South Border on Tuesday after a close first quarter. The remainder of the game was all Sargent County, with players like Lillian and Lee recording a double-double with 17 points and 13 boards. Emma Bixby, point guard, 1 point, 1 assist, and 1 steal shy of a possible triple-double, which would have been the first in program history. So for the Bulldogs, definitely coming into tonight with a lot of confidence, playing their second straight game to start off the season at home. And talking to head coach Randy Searstead prior to tonight's game, one of his big areas to focus on was keeping this team out of trouble, or keeping his team, out of foul trouble. That was one of the areas where they had issues in the first quarter, put some of their players in some tough spots foul-wise. Carly Canoon had 3 in the first quarter, didn't see her again until the second half. So how are you able to defend while moving your feet and avoid some of those fouls and get or allow the Imperials to make it to the line? One of the players that the Bulldogs are going to be focused in on against the Imperials is going to be the senior guard, Jada Schwarzenberger. Solid guard, can shoot the 3-ball well as finish at the rim. Her ability to facilitate and play defense really just makes her one of those all-around players that as a coach it's really difficult to scheme against. So how are you going to be able to compete and control Schwarzenberger and make other players try and contribute. That's going to be one of the goals, or one of the players that Coach Searstedt and the Bulldogs are hoping to be able to stop and keep from causing too many problems for them here this evening. We're going to take one last break here, just a quick 30-second break, and we'll be back with the projected starting lineups here before we end our warm-ups and our pregame show and get started with tonight's contest. You are watching on your live event. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is accepting applications for a broadcast sales representative. Applicant should be self-motivated, organized, have ability to communicate clearly, and the desire to help our customer partners grow their business with customer service for their advertising and marketing needs. All experience levels are encouraged to apply. To apply, email your resume to apply@rjbroadcasting.com. R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
Looking ahead at the starting lineups here tonight, we're going to first start with the visitors, the Napoleon-GS Imperials, and we'll first start off with the senior guard, number 1, Jada Schwarzenberger, who is going to be one of those players that both teams are going to be either trying to stop or relying on heavily here throughout the evening. She's going to be joined in the starting rotation by her sister, the sophomore number 3, Aaliyah Schwarzenberger. A forward, 8th grader, number 4, Dawson Erbely. Another 8th grader playing forward, number 15, Hope Gross. And to round off the starting lineup for the Imperials is going to be the senior center, number 22, Allie Gross. The Imperials are coached by head coach Paul Erbely, assisted by Sean Pucklich. As for the Sargent County Bulldogs, their starting lineup here this evening is going to be led by their senior point guard, the 5'2", wearing number 2, Emma Bixby. 5'10", senior forward, number 14, Lily Lee. The 5'9", junior forward, number 22, Carly Cadoon. The 5'7", senior forward, number 35, Sadie Newstall. And the center tonight for the Sargent County Bulldogs will be the 5'11", senior, number 41, Ashlyn Sundquist. The head coach for the Bulldogs is Randy Searstedt. He's assisted by Katie Bixby and Hunter Busman. So that'll do it here for our pregame show. We will step aside as they get ready on the floor for the national anthem. We'll be back with the announcements of the starting lineups for both teams. You are watching Division B Girls Region 1 basketball on yourliveevent.com.
The Sargent Central Dollars for Scholars chapter is a nonprofit foundation that supports academic success in the community. The mission is to mobilize the community on behalf of post-secondary education success for the students. Dollars for Scholars chapters help hometown students achieve their educational goals by raising scholarship funds, establishing endowments, and more. For more information, scan the QR code on screen or stop by the Sargent Central School District. This game is brought to you in part by David Bergman Agency and Stock Growers Bank.
Sargent Central Public School, helping others create themselves, things, and opportunities. It's home to a variety of wonderful opportunities, including a 24/7, 365 community wellness center, a 3rd through 12th grade smart lab, free pre-kindergarten, 1-to-1 student devices, and 12 weeks paid parental leave. For more information, please visit sargentcentral.org. Good luck, athletes, and good luck, Sargent County Bulldogs. Together is Central.
The Milner Public School District has a long history of academic, artistic, and athletic achievement and is proud of the programs and education environment offered. A fully accredited educational system, Milner Public School District operates 2 separate school buildings, including Sundale Colony School. Over 85%, that's right, 85% of the graduates of Milner High School attend some form of post-secondary educational institution. You can find more information on the Milner Public School District online at milner.k12.nd.us.
Now let's welcome the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Napoleon-GS
senior number 1, Jada Schwarzenberger. A sophomore number 3, Aaliyah Schwarzenberger. An 8th grader number 4, Dawson Early. An 8th grader number 15, Hope Groves. And the senior number 22, Allie Groves. The Imperials are coached by
Once again, the starting lineup for the Imperials, you have Jada Schwarzenberger, Aaliyah Schwarzenberger, Dawson Erbely, Hope Gross, and Allie Gross.
And now let's make some noise for the home team on the scoreboard here, Sargent County Bulldogs. Starting the guard of 5'2", senior number 2, Emma Bixby. Number 4 of 5'10", senior number 14, Liliana Lee. Number 4 of 5'9", junior number 22, Carly Cadu. Number 4 of 5'7", senior number 35, Sadie Newstone. 5'11" seniors in the forward, number 41, Ashley Sutcliffe.
Once again, your starting lineup for the Sargent County Bulldogs: Emma Bixby, Lily Lee, Carly Canoon, Sadie Newstall, and Ashlyn Sundquist.
Please welcome Avery Thorsgaard, Kirk Olson, and Roger Kawasaki.
All right, just about ready to tip it up here. Looks like Carly Cadoon will be set to tip for the Bulldogs, as well as Dawson Erbely for the Imperials. And we are underway as the Bulldogs will start off with the opening possession, as Emma Bixby will take it up the floor here. Guarded initially by Aaliyah Schwarzenberger. Good job there by Erbely, able to jump in front of that high post entry pass and get the steal, but good job by Bixby forcing a little bit of a one-girl trap there in the corner. This is Erbely. Cadoon coming up to trap along with Bixby. Erbely driving down. Good shot fake there from Hope Gross. Jada Schwarzenberger, mid-range pull-up jumper, skies up, no good. Erbely able to get the offensive rebound and deflected out of bounds off of Cadoon. The ball will stay here with the Imperials. Jada up to Hope. That was Aaliyah back to Jada. And ball might have deflected off of Newstall's foot there, but nonetheless, Bixby comes away with it, gets it up ahead to Carly Cadoon, and she will get our scoring started here. Cadoon finished with 19 points, in last Tuesday's contest. So good to see her off and going right away to start the game. Cross-court pass, trying to get it to Allie Gross, but goes over her head out of bounds. So turnover here from the Imperials. So you'll see Sargent County play a 1-2-2 style of a zone press defense, more of a man-to-man, maybe I'd say a man-to-man style defense here for the Imperials to get started. Bixby up top. Newstall up to Lee. Back to Bixby, down low to Sundquist. Sundquist low post move, dribble drive, somehow unable to get that to go. And as she goes to try and crash the board, she is going to be called for her team's first foul here in the first quarter. Good job there by Hope Gross, able to gather that rebound. Jada to Aaliyah Schwarzenberger, back to Jada. Up ahead, good job there by Sundquist, able to pick it off from the backcourt. Bixby ahead to Lee, and Lee just a little too strong off the glass. Good job by Aaliyah Schwarzenberger, able to contest that shot. Jada back to Aaliyah. This is Jada Schwarzenberger trying to get down low to Gross. This is Hope Gross now. And picked off there by Bixby, and she is looking to drive. And she will pull this one out. Cadoon from behind the arc. No good. Back iron, and Allie Gross got the board, maybe got away with a walk. But nonetheless, Hope Gross here, looking to work it around. You know, this is the kind of game that, talking to Coach Eberle earlier, he would like to see is his team be successful in a half court and not get into any of these full court press type of situations. And Lily Lee is going to draw the jump ball there. Possession arrow favors the Imperials, so it will stay Napoleon-GS basketball. 9 seconds left remaining on the shot clock. Schwarzenberger to Aaliyah Schwarzenberger. I think she thought she had a little less time on the shot clock than she did, so she just kind of desperation turned around, threw that shot up. And it'll be Bulldog basketball. So Bixby to Kadoon. This is Newstall, top of the key. Newstall can shoot from out there, and she will, and unable to connect on her first triple here of the night. And we're going to have our first timeout of the night called here. This timeout is going to be called by the Imperials. This timeout is brought to you by Bank North. Bank North has been a trusted financial partner for generations, helping customers and communities build, grow, and prosper. To see what value-based banking can do for you, visit banknorth.com today. Bank North, member FDIC. So just about, or a little over 3 minutes gone here. Score just 2-0 there. The only points coming from Carly Kadoon on that layup, that assist from Emma Bixby. So if you're the Imperials, where are you going to generate your offense? That was one of the areas where Coach Eberle was not entirely sure yet, still early on in the season, and playing with such a young squad, is where are the points going to be generated from? Where's the offense going to be generated from? Lee able to get the steal, gets it ahead to Kadoon. Kadoon to Bixby, and just too strong there. But Lee able to get the offensive board, shot no good. Ball batted around, and eventually they're going to say it was last touched by the Bulldogs. That was an area where Lee had a lot of success on Tuesday, is crashing the offensive board. 6 of her 13 rebounds came on the offensive glass, and she was able to get many putbacks, and left all alone down low is Allie Gross, and she is unable to convert the bunny down low, as we're going to have our first substitution here. This is going to be the freshman number 3, Mallory Bogart. Aaliyah Schwarzenberger in the corner. Good job by Bixby, able to cut her off, force her to go a little bit higher up. Jada. This is Hope, now back to Aaliyah Schwarzenberger. Jada Schwarzenberger in the corner. Good job able to get it out of that trap down low. Schwarzenberger, her three-point shot is good. Jada Schwarzenberger able to connect from deep, and the Imperials are on the board. So just as Coach Sears said was worried prior to the game, is Schwarzenberger able to shoot the ball well from downtown. Kadoon trying to match it, unable to do so. Good job there by Allie Gross, able to chase down that long rebound. So just over half of the first quarter gone. Imperials leading 3-2. Not much offense going around. Aaliyah Schwarzenberger, her left-hand dribble drive, kicks it out. This is Erbely, deflected out by Newstall. Ball still getting batted around. And Aaliyah Schwarzenberger tries to save it, but Bixby comes up with it, tries to get it ahead to Sundquist, and good effort there by Sundquist to try and chase that down. But Jada Schwarzenberger did just enough to, kind of thwart Sundquist's effort as she tried to chase that one down. Lee will come back into the game for the first time tonight, is the senior number 5, Chloe Bogart. So now they will have Kadoon playing the top of that 1-2-2. Schwarzenberger tries to get it to Hope Gross. Now swinging it back to Jada Schwarzenberger, far side, up top to Aaliyah. Leah able to keep her dribble. Gross. This is Schwarzenberger trying to get it. Chloe Bogart got a hand on it. Blocked by Lee, but they're going to call a foul as Lee might have made contact down low, and that is what they're going to call. So that foul on Lee. Looks like that's going to be her first, team's first. So Dawson Erbley missed the first of 2 free throws. Second free throw from the lefty is good. 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Once again, a slow start for the Bulldogs as they haven't really been able to generate much offense, and Bixby is going to draw the foul there. I believe it'll be called on Aaliyah Schwarzenberger. And it will be. Good job there by Bixby, able to draw contact, unable to finish, however, and she will now go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw is up and good. Second free throw upcoming here for Bixby. It rattles around and is good. So area where Bixby struggled last season. Shot 60%, 3 for 5 on Tuesday's game, already 2 for 2 here. And good finish there by Dawson Erbley. So she's now got her first points from the floor, matching Jada Schwarzenberger for 3 to lead the Imperials and all scorers. Bogart, this is Bixby left alone for 3, a little long. And they're going to call Lee for a loose ball foul there on the board, and that's going to be the second foul there for Lily Lee. So Sadie Newstall and Ashlyn Sundquist will check back in. Leah and Kadoon will take a seat. Just over 2 minutes remaining here in our first quarter of play. Very much a half-court style game right now, much to the Imperials' advantage. Maybe deflected there by Mallory Bogart. Finally handled there by Bixby. Bixby stops, turns, able to get that one to fall is Emma Bixby. A good job there, and picked off now by Emma. And I believe they're going to call this one on the floor as Jada Schwarzenberger was able to get to Bixby before she got into that shooting motion. Remember, no continuation in anything but the NBA. So instead, the Bulldogs will inbound here down low. This is Bixby to Chloe Bogart. Thought about the 3, but Bixby will shoot it off the mark. Newstall comes crashing the boards and just unable to hold on to it is Sadie Newstall. Definitely in position there to come away with it, but just unable to do so. So now with Kadoon out, they have Mallory Bogart playing the top of that 1-2-2. Surprising to see not much pressure, or not much full court pressure being played up to this point. Deflected by Bogart. Good job by Dawson Erbley to get to it. Schwarzenberger to Schwarzenberger. This is Aaliyah. Good high hands there from Chloe Bogart as Schwarzenberger is going to get called for a walk. I think she originally wanted to try and get that down low to Dawson Erbley and just kind of got caught in between moves. So Kadoon will come back and Chloe Bogart will take a seat. So no substitutions yet for the Imperials. Bulldogs have gone to the bench at least 2 deep up to this point. Under a minute to play, tied up at 6 apiece. Newstall as kind of a spacing issue for Sargent County. Kadoon to Bixby, 10 seconds remaining. Down low, somehow able to get it to Newstall. Bogart, Bixby, Kadoon. Kadoon, her turnaround fadeaway mid-range jumper was hindered by a reach-in foul, and they're going to call that on Aaliyah Schwarzenberger. So that's 2 fouls now on the younger Schwarzenberger. So we will see how the Imperials play this one as the first free throw from Kadoon off the mark. Second free throw is good. So Cadoon with 3, Bixby with 4. That's all 7 points for Sargent County. Hope Gross started to drive down to the sideline on the near side here. Lost the ball, deflected out of play. About a 6-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Jada to Aaliyah Schwarzenberger. Deflected by Cadoon. And Cadoon still looking to fight. Schwarzenberger and Bogart causing fist, thrown away. Bixby comes away with it. And down low to Cadoon, too strong. Bixby somehow able to sky up for the offensive board, but no good on the putback. 10 seconds now under remaining. Imperials have a chance for the final shot. Schwarzenberger. Erbely, Newstall with the 3/4 court heave, and that'll do it for your first quarter of play of Sargent County leading 7 Imperials 6. You're watching Division B Girls Region 1 basketball in your live event. We'll be right back.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors on their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
7-6 the score here through our first quarter, as the ball game is very much in the style of Napoleon-GS Streeter. They wanted to make this a half-court style game, keep the Bulldogs from being able to get some of those easy layups in transition, and we have yet to see that full court 1-2-2 played by Sargent County. The one time they were able to really get any full court pressure was when the ball was deflected to the backcourt and Jada Schwarzenberger threw it away, and Bixby was able to at least get the ball down low to Cadoon. Not able to convert, but able to get down low. So we'll see if we're going to have any changes as we go, but ball is right away ready to be put into play as Ashlyn Sundquist is going to get the scoring started here right away in our second quarter. So here's more of that up-tempo style 1-2-2. Erbely, Jada, and Aaliyah Schwarzenberger. Allie and Hope Gross on the floor for the Imperials. As that shot there from Allie Gross off the mark. As for the Bulldogs, Emma Bixby, Carly Cadoon, Ashlyn Sundquist, Sadie Newstall, and Anang Dang on the floor. As Newstall able to come away with the offensive board, and she is going to draw the foul. She'll go to the line now to shoot 2. So a quick inbound off of the start of the second quarter resulted in an easy bucket for Ashlyn Sundquist. And then we saw that full court style pressure defense on that last possession for the Imperials. So first free throw for Newstall is good. And able to convert 2. Oh, this is Jada Schwarzenberger now in the middle of the floor. Gets it to Erbely. Erbely, dribble, drive, kicks back out to Jada Schwarzenberger, to Aaliyah Schwarzenberger here. Schwarzenberger kind of lost it, and we're going to have a jump ball called before Sundquist went to the floor. Would have been interesting to see if they would have called a walk on Sundquist, but luckily for the Bulldogs, a jump ball is called. Possession arrow favors Napoleon. So it looks like they're going to be playing a 2-3 out of here. 3-point shot from Hope Gross is good. Second triple to fall for the Imperials. Newstall up to Bixby, down low to Dang. And Anang Dang unable to get that to go, but again, Sadie Newstall this time able to convert with the second chance bucket. She's got 4 all here in this second quarter. So here's that press. Herbally, it might have been deflect. It was, so no over and back. Just unable to get to it is Nustel. Gross goes right at Anong Dang, and she's going to draw the foul. She'll now go to the line and shoot 2. Foul on Anong Dang will be her first, team's first here in the second quarter. First free throw here for Allie Gross is good. Checking back in is Mallory Bogart and Lily Lee. Remember, Lee is playing with those 2 fouls she got in the first quarter. Second free throw upcoming here for Allie Gross. And off the mark, and yeah, that's why I thought. I didn't think that it had hit rim, so therefore, violation. The ball will be inbounded here for Sargent County. Aaliyah Schwarzenberger at least gonna make Bixby think about ball handling for a little bit more down the court. There's that fall-away jumper from Cadu, and she leaves that short. Usually a pretty solid shot for Cadu, and that time unable to convert. And Sundquist comes flying in, and luckily for the Imperials, they're able to maintain the possession. Good ball movement here by the Imperials. Hope Gross down to Allie Gross. Goes right at Lee, and this time Lee able to get the block, and Sundquist on the board loses it, and Dawson Erbely is there to clean it up. She now has 5. So a 1-point game. Sargent County leading. Mallory Bogart up to Bixby. Bixby somehow able to get it to Lee. Her mid-range shot is good. First bucket for Lee here this evening. Second quarter was her big quarter here on Tuesday. Aaliyah Schwarzenberger. This is Dawson Erbely going left hand. Now Jada Schwarzenberger with the ball, and maybe blocked by Bixby, and they're going to say that as Allie Gross was trying to save that, her foot was on the line. So Bulldog basketball. Bixby looking to set up the offense. Bogart to Cadoon. Now Bixby again, down low to Lee. Lee able to square up. Ball tipped out to Mallory Bogart. Bixby, dribble drive, goes right at the rim. No good. And as they're fighting for the rebound, they're going to say last touch by Napoleon Gackle Streeter. So you've seen Bixby able to get to the rim a couple times. 2-point shot from Sundquist is good. They say her foot was on the line. So that's one of those areas to Sundquist game, usually a low post scorer, but is able to connect from mid-range, and even just an inch back, she's probably able to convert from behind the arc. As good post move there from Allie Gross, but unable to convert. Ball tipped out of bounds in favor of Sargent County. So right at the halfway mark, Sargent County leading by 5. Bogart to Cadoon. Lee, good cut there by Cadoon, but kind of a low pass. And Cadoon somehow able to get that one to go. Good finish there by Cadoon, as she had 2 Imperials contesting that jumper. Erbely up to Jada Schwarzenberger. She's going to slow this one down, try and get it down low. Allie Gross is doing a really good job getting position down there in the low post. 3-point shot from Jada Schwarzenberger. Left long, but Hope Gross able to get the offensive board. Ball batted around, and we're going to have a jump ball here as the possession arrow favors Sargent County. As Sadie Nustel will check back in. And Mallory Bogart will take a seat. And we've got a timeout here called by the Imperials. Timeout brought to you by Bank North. We'll step aside as Sargent County leads 19-12.
today all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
19-12 the score here. Sargent County leading over the Imperials. If you look at the score up to this point, Carly Cadoon is leading the Bulldogs with 5 points, but Bixby and Newstall and Sundquist all have 4 apiece. As for the Imperials, they're being led in scoring right now by Dawson Erbley. She also has 5. As Jada Schwarzenberger and Hope Gross both able to connect from 3. And then Allie Gross 1 for 2 from the free throw line, making up the 12 points for Napoleon Gackle Streeter. So it's going to be Bulldog basketball coming off of the timeout called by Paul Erbley. Oh, just 3 minutes remaining here in our first half. Newstall, dribble drive, dribble handoff to Cadoon. And see, they're trying to set up somebody coming across motion, getting them down low for an easy setup. A good job by the Imperials. Good solid defense. Cadoon, her three-point shot off the mark. Lee able to sky up and get the board to Newstall. Her floater off the mark, but Cadoon goes up for it, and they're going to call a jump ball, as I couldn't tell if that was Dawson Erbley or maybe Hope Gross, who was able to get their hand on top of the ball as Cadoon went up for that jumper, drawing the jump ball. So great defensive possession there for the Imperials. As once again, not seeing much pressure being put on full court for Sargent County. That's one of the areas they usually get a lot of easy points. Three-point jumper from Dawson Erbley off the mark. Sundquist comes away with the board, gets it ahead to Bixby. Bixby now ahead to Newstall. And she's going to set up for 3, and no good. As Aaliyah Schwarzenberger was flying in from behind trying to poke the ball away, and Newstall instead sets up for that 3. Once again, good job by the Imperials, able to stop transition, stop the easy buckets, and force jump shots out of this Sargent County team. Aaliyah Schwarzenberger tries to get it cross court to Hope Gross. Bixby throws it away, and let's see who they call the foul on. I think they're going to call it on Sundquist. And yes, that is who they are going to call the foul on. So the second foul for Sundquist, second team foul here in the second quarter. And we've got just about 90 seconds remaining here. Sargent County leading by 7. Jada Schwarzenberger. This is Dawson Erbley. Newstall poked it away, but able to get it back. Dribble drive here by Schwarzenberger. Her floater, no good off the glass. Good strong board there by Sundquist. And she is going to draw the foul. And they're going to call that on Jada Schwarzenberger, her 3rd. So 3 fouls for Jada Schwarzenberger, and we're going to have, well, they weren't able to get the substitution in time, but Brooklyn Schneider is at the scorer's table ready to check in, presumably for Jada Schwarzenberger. As that time, Cadoon able to convert from mid-range. She's now got 7. As we are nearing a minute to go, Erbley able to get by Lee, thought about the mid-range pull-up. And Sundquist going to be called for the foul as she slapped that hand down. So now we're going to see a couple substitutions as Brooklyn Schneider will now check in for Jada Schwarzenberger, and then Mallory Bogart will check in for Ashlyn Sundquist. Erbley. Hope Gross, good job there by Mallory Bogart, able to get the steal. And Bixby comes out of the pile. Looks to pass it ahead to Newstall and is able to get that one to go. 6 points all coming here in the second quarter for Sadie Newstall as the lead now up to double digits for the Bulldogs. Hope Gross, Dawson Erbley Three-point jumper here from Aaliyah Schwarzenberger, no good, but on the offensive board is Erbely, and Neusto comes flying in to try and get the board, and they're going to say last touch by Sargent County. So the Imperials will keep the basketball down low. Schneider is set to inbound. Shot clock is turned off, just over 20 seconds remaining. Schwarzenberger, this is Hope Gross. Erbely. Able to get the final shot, but Mallory Bogart able to jump ahead, pick it off, and Bixby came away with it, tried to get it to Bogart. And the Imperials are going to go into the half trailing by 11 as Sargent County with the lead, 23. Napoleon Gackle Streeter, 12. We will step aside and we will be back with some of these stats from the first half of play, as well as a look around the state to see what other action is going on in girls basketball, as well as a look ahead for both of these teams after tonight's game. 23-12, Sargent County lead. You are watching on yourliveevent.com.
The Bison Booster Club, an organization that is rooted in their support of the activities within the Milner Public School District and the City of Milner. They pride themselves on their community involvement in local donations to area projects and sponsorships to help make their community a pleasant place to reside. If you have any questions or are interested in becoming a Booster Club member, you can check out the Bison Booster Club on Facebook or talk with any of the existing members. The Bison Booster Club, helping make their community a better place to live.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
This is Chris Brecken from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. We specialize in seed meter calibration, planter maintenance, and offer the full line of precision planting products. Walking your fields with you, helping you identify maintenance issues on your planter, developing a plan that puts you back in control of your planter. That's what we do here at Agassiz Precision Ag. Stop by or give us a call. Agassiz Precision Ag, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Anderson Seed Farms Incorporated is your local LG Seeds and Dairyland seed dealership. They offer the latest traits and genetics in both corn and soybeans along with alfalfa. Anderson Seed Farms is also a certified seed conditioning plant that grows, conditions, and sells Westbred Spring Wheat Seed, which was the top grown spring wheat in North Dakota last year. If you'd like to know more about these industry-leading products, contact Anderson Seed Farms in Foreman at 701-724-3601 or check out AndersonSeedFarms.com.
Sargent Central Public School, helping others create themselves things and opportunities. It's home to a variety of wonderful opportunities, including a 24/7, 365 community wellness center, a 3rd through 12th grade smart lab, free pre-kindergarten, 1-to-1 student devices, and 12 weeks paid parental leave. For more information, please visit sargentcentral.org. Good luck, athletes, and good luck, Sargent County Bulldogs. Together is Central.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
The Bison Booster Club, an organization that is rooted in their support of the activities within the Milner Public School District and the City of Milner. They pride themselves on their community involvement in local donations to area projects and sponsorships to help make their community a pleasant place to reside. If you have any questions or are interested in becoming a Booster Club member, you can check out the Bison Booster Club on Facebook or talk with any of the existing members. The Bison Booster Club, helping make their community a better place to live.
23-12, your halftime score. Sargent County is leading over Napoleon-GS. Looking at our first half scoring for the Imperials, they're being led in scoring right now by 8th grader Dawson Erbely. She has 5, 3 in the first, 2 in the second. Jada Schwarzenberger and Hope Gross were both able to connect from deep, as well as Allie Gross was able to connect from the free throw line. So that makes up the 12 points for the Imperials. As for Sargent County, they are being led right now in scoring by the junior Carly Cadoon with 7, Sadie Newstill with 6, all 6 of those coming in the second quarter. Emma Bixby and Ashlyn Sundquist each with 4, and Liliana Lee with 2. For the Imperials, they will be traveling to face New Rockford Cheyenne next Thursday, followed by a game against Warwick at Bismarck State College the following Saturday. They will return home for a game against the Oaks Tornadoes on the 17th to wrap up their pre-holiday contests. As for Sargent County, they're going to be back in action in Milner next week when they take on the Ellendale Cardinals. That game will be streamed here on yourliveevent.com. So some of the takeaways there from the first quarter, or excuse me, from the first half. One of the areas that Coach Erbely was really talking about earlier in our conversation was keep the Bulldogs from getting easy transition layup opportunities. And to this point, the Imperials have done a really good job doing that. We haven't seen Sargent County run as much as we usually do, but also let's credit Sargent County because they have been playing some pretty solid half-court defense, something that we don't always see out of a Coach Searstead-led team. So for Sargent County, we'll have to see how are they going to be able to contribute in that half-court offense. They've been able to get to the line a couple times. They have only have the one miss, 5 for 6 from the free throw line overall on the evening. So when they are contested, when they are getting down low, they are at least able to, draw contact and then convert at the line. But for Sargent County, they want to get those easy, non-contested layups and run up and down the floor. Some foul trouble for both teams to pay attention to. Ashlyn Sundquist has 3. Liliana Lee has 2 for Sargent County. As for the Imperials, Jada Schwarzenberger with 3, and Aaliyah Schwarzenberger also has 2. Well, just about 2.5 minutes here in warm-ups. I think we're going to take a quick break here. We'll be back just with a couple of scores from around the state. You are watching on yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
The Milner Public School District has a long history of academic, artistic, and athletic achievement and is proud of the programs and education environment offered. A fully accredited educational system, Milner Public School District operates 2 separate school buildings, including Sundale Colony School. Over 85%, that's right, 85% of the graduates of Milner High School attend some form of post-secondary educational institution. You can find more information on the Milner Public School District online at milner.k12.nd.us.
Welcome back in. Just about a minute remaining left in halftime. Not much for Region 1 contest to be paying attention to or to keep a close eye on. Some of the only Region 1 teams that we have in play right now is actually called Montpelier. They are playing a non-region game against Langdon area Edmore Munich, and they're currently trailing at halftime 23-14. Enderlin is playing Kidder County. Do not have any scoring updates from that. That game's being played just over in Enderlin, so not too far up the road here from North Sargent. Second half just about to get underway. It looks like the Imperials are going to be rocking with the lineup that they have used pretty much all evening. We only have seen one substitution. That was when Jada Schwarzenberger picked up that third. Other than that, it has been all Jada and Aaliyah Schwarzenberger, Dawson Erbely, Hope, and Allie Gross for Napoleon Gackle Streeter. As for Sargent County, a little different than how they started the game. Chloe Bogart looks to be out on the floor in place of Ashlyn Sundquist with those 3 fouls, but Emma Bixby, Sadie Newstill, Carly Canoon, and Lily Lee are on the floor. So Sargent County starting the second half with the ball down low to Lee, and good finish there down low by Lily Lee. Good feed down low as well from Bixby. Erbely, that was Gross to Gross as Allie Gross able to find Hope. So good job there by the Imperials, able to break that press and get a nice easy basket down low. It's one of those areas where if you can beat the press and get down the floor quickly, you're going to have easy layups in the front court. Newstill able to find Bixby, floater from Bixby, no good. And Bixby comes flying in trying to get the board. And Aaliyah Schwarzenberger is going to be the one to draw the foul. So that foul on Bixby is her team's first here in the second half. So if you can hear at home, Coach Shearstead starting to kind of call on his squad to put a little more pressure. Lee, this is Bixby. Bixby goes right at the hoop and able to get that layup to go. Good job there by Bixby. Had some struggles finishing here had trouble finishing in that first half. But that time able to convert. Erbely tries to get it to Schwarzenberger. This is Jada. Back out to Erbely, up to Aaliyah. This is Hope. Back to Aaliyah Schwarzenberger. She's going to help set up the offense. Jada looking down low. Allie Gross able to kick it out to Schwarzenberger. Her three-point shot is good. Second triple on the evening for Jada Schwarzenberger. Lead cut back down now to 10. Under the floater pass, able to get it to Lee cross court. Good vision there by Carly Cadoon. Cadoon usually pretty solid with that turnaround or that mid-range fadeaway post shot. But good decision there, able to just skip it across the lane to an open teammate for that layup opportunity. So Schwarzenberger looking for Allie Gross down low, able to get it to her this time, and they're going to call Cadoon as she tried to reach around there. Good low post position from Allie Gross as Ashlyn Sundquist and Mallory Bogart will see their first time here in the second half as Chloe Bogart and Sadie Newstill will take a seat. Erbely deflected, but didn't have possession, so no over the back. Dribble drive by Schwarzenberger. Aaliyah Schwarzenberger, her shot up off the glass, too strong. Good strong board there from Lee. Bixby tries to get it to Sundquist, and Sundquist just able to avoid picking up that fourth foul. So a little bit of a lazy pass there from Bixby, kind of telegraphed it. Good job by the Imperials, able to get to it. Three-point shot here from Hope Gross off the mark, as Allie Gross able to gather the offensive rebound. But you can start to feel the energy in here, even though Sargent County has a double-digit advantage. you can sense a little bit of uneasiness as, you know, this was a game that Sargent County, I think, thought they were going to have a little bit more success. As awkward fall down low. Hopefully all players involved are okay, and we might have an injury on the floor, as I think Ashlyn Sundquist maybe got bumped in the face, up in the nose. I'm not entirely sure what happened, but she's going to stay in and try and tough this one out. And they're also going to call a foul on Sundquist. I guess I didn't see that one in the midst of the scrum there, but, you know, really good performance down low by Allie Gross, as she has been able to keep quite a few possessions alive for her team, as well as, you know, an opportunity like this, get to the foul line. Let's see if she's able to convert, and 0 for 2. So if you're Sargent County, you at least come away from that possession, leaving it empty for the Imperials, but with Sundquist picking up the 4th foul, we probably won't see her until the 4th, as Cadoon able to power her way down low, and she has her first points here of the second half. So Jada Schwarzenberger, good pressure put on there by Bixby. Good ball movement, 3-point shot from Jada Schwarzenberger, no good, but the weak side rebound off of the air ball is Hope Gross, as she now has 4 points here in the second half. So once again, like I mentioned here about a minute or two ago, yes, it's a double-digit advantage, but Sargent County, you can just feel the uneasiness here, as Lee able to turn around and convert again. So 8 points now for Lee. Schwarzenberger to Schwarzenberger. Hope Gross. Leah Schwarzenberger now to Jada. Looking down low for Allie Gross. Able to get there in that low post, and she powers her way up into Cadoon. And she is going to draw the foul and go to the line now to shoot 2. The first free throw here for Allie Gross, this time able to convert. And that foul on Cadoon was her second, but the 4th team foul here in the third quarter. So any fouls moving forward is going to be bonus opportunity, as no rim there on that free throw. So 1 for 2 on that trip to the line for Allie Gross. So Bixby able, or tried to get it down low. Oh, they're going to say that was just a missed pass, a turnover there. So I thought maybe that was deflected, just for kind of how far off that pass was. Good on-ball defense there by the freshman Bogart. And Allie Gross able to come away with it and convert down low. Allie Gross with 4 points, and we're going to have a timeout called here by Coach Searstead. This timeout is brought to you by Bank North. To see what value-based banking can do for you, visit banknorth.com today. We will step aside as Sargent County leads 33, Imperials 22.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
33-22 the score here, with just under 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Sargent County led by as much as 13 earlier in this quarter, but it's been kind of hovering around this 11, 12-point difference throughout most of this third quarter, as it was an 11-point advantage for Sargent County at the half. been at about that point throughout. So Bulldog basketball coming off of that timeout. Bixby down low to Cadoon, and too strong there from Cadoon. But Newstall comes flying in, rips it away, but tied up just a bit too long. So the jump ball does favor the Imperials. Once again, good on-ball defense there from Bogart. Able to get it inside or in the middle there to Erbely, and they're going to call it a travel as that ball got caught on her hip as she went to gather it. So Bixby gets the screen from Cadoon. Bixby out to Newstall. Her corner three is good. First triple on the evening for the Bulldogs belongs to Sadie Newstall, and that now gives her 9. Good hands there from Mallory Bogart. And just able to regain possession is Dawson Erbely, and with that quick call of, or the ability to get that ball back, a quick timeout called by head coach Paul Erbely. So that is going to be a 30-second timeout, the final 30-second timeout for the Imperials, as they called one earlier in the first half. So it'll remain Imperial basketball. 25 seconds on the shot clock. So now that they're able to inbound it here in the front court, we'll see if they're able to get into that offense. A good job there by Bogart, able to get a hand on it. Erbely, this is Aaliyah Schwarzenberger. Now back to Jada. Looking down low for Gross. Erbely. Schwarzenberger, 3 left on the shot clock. You have to throw it up. And good defensive possession there by Sargent County as they're able to force the shot clock violation. You can see that they were trying to get it down low to Allie Gross, but good job there by the perimeter defenders, able to make it difficult to get that pass in, but also Anong Dang, who checked in, is able to cause an issue as Bixby is going to throw up an air ball, and they're going to say that. Okay, so the original call on the floor was a jump ball, but Newstall was out of bounds, so doesn't matter if there's a tie-up or not. As soon as the player is touching the ball while they're out of bounds, it's going to be out of bounds on them. So good job there by the officials, able to come together and straighten that call out. Good run and jump there by Bixby and Bogart. As once again, trying to get it down low to Gross. Good job there by Dang, able to just use that 6'2" frame as a couple Imperials down in the court. So a fast break opportunity, and Cadoon, no good. Dang, able to play bully ball on the offensive board. Had a couple of chances, but no good. And now we're going to have a foul called down low on Sargent County, and that's going to send Jada Schwarzenberger to the line for bonus free throws. So plenty of good opportunities. Thought Cadoon maybe got hit there on the arm, but officials saw a deflection and a block. But good job there by Dang, able to get a couple of second chance opportunities, but unable to convert. So now Jada Schwarzenberger will go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw off the mark. This is the first trip to the free throw line for the senior Schwarzenberger. And able to connect that time. So 7 points for Jada Schwarzenberger. Bixby waiting for the pick, kicks it out to Newstall just inside the three-point line, no good. Fighting for the board is Cadoon, but Good job there by Hope Gross, able to come away with it. Trapping it is Bixby and Bogart. Again, still a fight there to get it to the front court. Just able to do so, throws it away. Steal for Mallory Bogart. Mallory Bogart having a solid defensive game here as Kadoon. Turnaround, mid-range shot, no good. Dang, able to get to it, but no good once again on the putback. So a couple of offensive rebounds, or 3-4 offensive rebounds for Dang, but unable to convert. Shot there from Gross, no good. Comes flying in is Hope Gross, and they're going to call a travel. Just 0.8 left on the clock. And Sargent County just going to let the clock expire, as that'll do it for our third quarter of play, as Sargent County leads in this one 36. Imperials 23. We will step aside as we get ready for our fourth quarter of play. You are watching on YourLiveEvent.com.
Milner Grain understands that agriculture is your livelihood, and we're committed to providing you with the highest quality of services to meet your farming needs. Milner Grain has a passion for our community and the farmers we serve. Milner Grain is locally owned and operated. When you're looking for a partner in the field, look to Milner Grain. Call 701-427-5284 or check out Milner Grain's app with current up-to-date prices. Milner Grain is here to help you and your farm grow.
As we get ready for our fourth quarter, let's look at our leading scorers. Currently, we have both Carly Kadoon and Sadie Neusto leading the Bulldogs, and all scorers with 9. Liliana Lee has 8. And then over on the Imperial side, both Hope Gross as well as Jada Schwarzenberger have 7. And then Allie Gross has 4. This is some of the scoring contributions. So to start the fourth quarter, it's Bixby, both Bogarts, Kadoon, and Lee for the Bulldogs. Sundquist sitting on the bench with those 4 fouls. Impressive third quarter there, as the Imperials did not foul at all. 3-point shot from Chloe Bogart is no good. Good board there. I believe that was Erbly. It was. So that time, Mallory Bogart's going to be called for the reach-in foul. Talked about how well she was playing defensively. That's going to be her first foul, just 30 seconds into this one. So Brooklyn Schneider is on the floor for just the second time. She went in for Aaliyah Schwarzenberger during the break, as that's stolen by Bixby. Ahead to Bogart, back to Bixby. Bixby able to finish. Good, strong finish there for Emma Bixby. She has 8. And we'll give Chloe Bogart the assist on that one. Good job once again by Mallory Bogart. Stolen off of the foot for Chloe Bogart. Bixby able to get to Mallory. Chloe able to connect from mid-range. Jada trying to get it down low to Allie Gross, fighting for it. Throws it away. Kadoon able to get the steal. And, oh, good job there by Hope Gross, able to poke that one away from behind, keeping a possible transition scoring opportunity away from Sargent County. So Jada Schwarzenberger, Dawson Eberly, Hope, and Allie Gross are on the floor. And as I mentioned, Brooklyn Schneider, the other one on the floor to make up the 5 for the Imperials. Bixby to Kadoon. Kadoon around the free throw line. She's going to take a little step back shot, no good. Lee goes for the offensive board, put back, no good. And Schneider throws it away and able to easily get it down low to Carly Kadoon is Lee. So good job there by Sargent County, able to defend without fouling in the backcourt. Schneider gets it ahead now to Hope Gross. Back to Schneider. Jada Schwarzenberger trying to get it down low to Allie Gross. And good fight down low for Lee as she's able to get the steal. And Mallory Bogart will bring it up the floor. Not much defensive attention paid to her. Gets it to Kadoon, and Kadoon able to just kind of make a fingertip catch there down low as the Bulldogs have exploded out the gates here 8-0 run to start the fourth quarter of play as we have a timeout called on the floor. Brought to you by Bank North. We'll step aside as Sargent County leads 44, Imperials 23. (44-23), Sargent County leading as Carly Canoon with that last basket now up to 13. She leads all scorers. As Bixby also has 8. And Chloe Bogart with the first bench points from really either side, as the Imperials have only played 6. Schneider, who currently has the ball, the only player to come in off the bench. Good run and jump there by Bixby, but able to control it and get it to Erbely. Now Aaliyah Schneider checking in for Jada, and that's going to be thrown away. They're going to say deflected, so the possession's going to stay with the Imperials. Maybe a lucky break for Napoleon as they're trying to put an end to this 8-0 run. Quick check to make sure the shot clock was correct. It is. So Aaliyah Schwarzenberger came in after that timeout. Jada Schwarzenberger, the Imperial, to go to the bench. Bixby ahead to Cadoon. Cadoon, no good. It's just a little bit long. Good defense there by Dawson Erbely. As Schneider loses it. Bogart to Bogart. And again, we see that sister connection quite a bit, as a great play there by Chloe Bogart, able to not only get the steal, but then get it to her sister for the score. 10-0 run for the Bulldogs as a couple of substitutions, as Schneider will head to the bench. Jada Schwarzenberger will come back in for the Imperials. And I believe that was Sadie Neustel who checked in along with Ashlyn Sundquist. Remember, she's playing with those 4 fouls. But good to see her come back in. Took a little bit of a shot to the face in the process of picking up her 4th foul, so good to see her back on the floor. Canoon. Cross-court skip to Bogart. Good defense here in the half court by the Imperials. Down low to Sundquist. Good move, power dribble, rattles around the rim and falls in. First points for Sundquist here in the second half, as that's going to be deflected off of Bogart. And it will stay Imperial basketball. Jada to Aaliyah. Back up top to Jada Schwarzenberger. Good. Oh, tried to get it to Erbely. I thought that window was there, but good job by Cadoon. A Sundquist mid-range shot, in and out. Good board there by Aaliyah Schwarzenberger. As it looks like a couple more substitutions set to come in for Napoleon. Gackle-Streeter, Erbely, able to get it down low to Gross, and able to convert down low is Allie Gross. So 6 points now for Allie Gross. That puts an end to what had been a 12-0 run for the first 4.5 minutes of this fourth quarter. Good strong screen there from Sundquist. Cadoon, her 3-point shot is good. Carly Cadoon able to convert from beyond the arc. She now has 16 for Sargent County. And trying to convert that pass, no good. Ball goes out of play, so we have quite a few substitutions here for the Imperials. I'm going to make sure that we get all those players, as number 2, the 7th grader Desiree Zenker. Number 5, the senior Claire Piatz. And Sienna Wall, the other 7th grader, on the floor for the Imperials. Sundquist, no good, and good job there by Sundquist to defend without fouling. As it looks like Coach Erbely is going to go to his bench, and I think Coach Shearstead is starting to do the same, as looks like this one is out of reach, as Cadoon's going to be called for the foul. They're going to call it on the floor. So hockey line change for the Bulldogs, but before we get to all of those substitutions, number 10, Brielle Weigel, on the floor for the Imperials, 7th grade guard. She is wearing number 10, if I failed to mention that. So on the floor here for Sargent County, Chloe Bogart and Anong Dang back onto the floor, as Chloe Bogart's going to get the rebound. Whitney Marr up ahead, and unable to handle that is Whitney Marr. There's number 10, number 1, Caitlin Wangler, and number 13, Nora Swanson, to round off the Bulldogs getting in on the action. Weigel, three-point shot here from Zenker, off the mark, as Dang used to skying up to get those rebounds. That one landed right in her chin, but good job to get to that. Bogart tries to get it down low to Marr and is able to do so, and Whitney Marr is going to go to the line now with a chance to shoot some free throws. And first free throw from Whitney Marr is good. Also coming into the game for Sargent County is number 23, Claire Wessler, and number 34, Maya Sundquist. As second free throw from Marr is no good. So Schneider bringing it up the floor. This is walled back to Schneider. Shot here from Schneider, no good. Good rebound there by Marr, as Wangler now set to run point guard here for the group on the floor. Marr, shot no good. Wessler tipped it. Maya Sundquist came away with it, and fighting for the loose ball comes away as Swanson, and able to convert is Maya Sundquist. Maya Sundquist, younger sister of Ashlyn Sundquist, now on the board. As Weigel able to get it to Zenker. This is down low. Shot blocked there by Whitney Marr. That was Wald, who was shooting for the Imperials. Up ahead to Nora Swanson, and no good. I think Swanson maybe got a couple of extra, or was caught between some extra steps, so just tried to throw that one up there, and she's also going to draw the jump ball as we're approaching the final minute of play here from North Sargent, as Sargent County able to come out to a commanding fourth quarter performance. Schneider, and they're going to call a foul. I believe it's going to be called on number 23, Claire Wessler. So to the line is Brooklyn Schneider. First free throw here for Schneider is good. First bench points for the Imperials. And 2-for-2 trip for Brooklyn Schneider. So under a minute to go. And Sargent County just looking to finish this one out. Imperials looking to still put some pressure on. It's good to see this young group for the Imperials. As I mentioned, a lot of 7th graders, a lot of junior high students on this Imperials team. So something where they're definitely going to be playing some high-quality basketball. As that three is connected from deep by Brielle Weigel. 7th grade Weigel able to convert from deep. The Imperials going to be an interesting team to watch in years to come, as they've got quite a few young players. As this three from Schneider off the mark. As Wangler, I believe, was just going to try and dribble this one out. Up ahead, this is Swanson, and that'll do it as Sargent County able to come away with the victory, 54-30. And we're going to step aside, and we're going to be joined by our Enbridge player of the game, Carly Cadoon, as well as head coach Randy Searstead here after the break. And we'll step aside with post-game coverage here from North Sargent. Sargent County able to come away with the victory.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is accepting applications for a broadcast sales representative. Applicant should be self-motivated, organized, have ability to communicate clearly, and the desire to help our customer partners grow their business with customer service for their advertising and marketing needs. All experience levels are encouraged to apply. To apply, email your resume to apply@rjbroadcasting.com. R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
The Sargent Central Dollars for Scholars chapter is a nonprofit foundation that supports academic success in the community. The mission is to mobilize the community on behalf of post-secondary education success for the students. Dollars for Scholars chapters help hometown students achieve their educational goals by raising scholarship funds, establishing endowments, and more. For more information, scan the QR code on screen or stop by the Sargent Central School District. This game is brought to you in part by David Bergerman Agency and Stock Growers Bank.
Sargent Central Public School, helping others create themselves, things, and opportunities. It's home to a variety of wonderful opportunities, including a 24/7, 365 community wellness center, a 3rd through 12th grade smart lab, free pre-kindergarten, 1-to-1 student devices, and 12 weeks paid parental leave. For more information, please visit sargentcentral.org. Good luck, athletes, and good luck, Sargent County Bulldogs. Together is Central.
The Milner Public School District has a long history of academic, artistic, and athletic achievement and is proud of the programs and education environment offered. A fully accredited educational system, Milner Public School District operates 2 separate school buildings, including Sundale Colony School. Over 85%, that's right, 85% of the graduates of Milner High School attend some form of post-secondary educational institution. You can find more information on the Milner Public School District online at milner.k12.nd.us.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors on their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
54-30, the final score here from North Sargent as Sargent County Bulldogs had a strong fourth quarter, 16-3 outscoring the Imperials there in that final frame, able to expand it out to I think 27-28 was the largest lead before the 24 final margin of victory for the Bulldogs. They were led in scoring by Carly Cadoon. She had 16. She'll be joining us here in just a moment. Emma Bixby had 8, Sadie Newstall 9, Ashlyn Sundquist 6, Lily Lee 8, as well as a couple players off of the bench. Mallory Bogart and Chloe Bogart each with 2, Maya Sundquist with 2, Whitney Marr with 1, not to mention Sadie Newstall, if I failed to mention the lone, or one of the only Bulldogs to connect from beyond the arc. She had 3. Cadoon also was able to add a 3 there in the fourth quarter. As for the Imperials, they were led in scoring tonight by Hope Gross as well as Jada Schwarzenberger. They both had 7 points. And then Dawson Erbely had 5, and Allie Gross also finished with 6 points for Allie Gross. And then off the bench there at the end, Brielle Weigel was able to convert from 3, and Brooklyn Schneider was able to add 2 free throws for the Imperials. Well, that is our final scoring. We will be joined here right after the break by head coach Randy Searstead and our Enbridge player of the game, Carly Cadoon. We'll be right back on yourliveevent.com.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search Your Live Event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
I'm joined right now by head coach Randy Searstead for the Sargent County Bulldogs. And, Coach, we were talking right before we came on. Not the prettiest win, but win nonetheless. 2-0 on the season. How does this one feel?
You know, I mean, defensively we played lights out. I mean, our goal was 32 points and let them up, and what was it, 20?
Yeah, I finished 54-30 was the final.
30. So I mean, I'm happy with that. But I mean, you know, pick one night and we don't shoot well, we can't hit the broadside of a barn, and we still score over 50 points. I'm happy with that result. I mean, a win's a win. You got to realize that non-region to get these games out of the way and just play through them and stay patient with the girls.
So able to, you know, notch win number 2 in a very different fashion than what you had earlier this week against the Mustangs of South Border. So being able to get a win like this, what does this say about kind of the versatility that this team has?
Yeah, I mean, I was going 7-8 and had a couple girls that didn't play a whole lot on Tuesday come in earlier in the first half, and they stepped in and played pretty well. We didn't get in foul trouble right away, other than in the second quarter, but overall, I was happy with the younger girls stepping up and filling those roles for playing for the seniors and juniors too.
So lastly, end of first week of games, what do you have to do moving forward next week playing an Ellendale Cardinals team?
Many things to find, mistakes and trying to keep the turnovers down. Still working and try to make each other better and pushing each other, try to improve and try to notch it up one step at a time each game and as the season rolls along too.
All right, perfect. This is head coach Randy Searstead. We'll be right back with our Enbridge player of the game, Carly Cadoon, here on your live event.
The Bison Booster Club, an organization that is rooted in their support of the activities within the Milner Public School District and the City of Milner. They pride themselves on their community involvement in local donations to area projects and sponsorships to help make their community a pleasant place to reside. If you have any questions or are interested in becoming a Booster Club member, you can check out the Bison Booster Club on Facebook or talk with any of the existing members. The Bison Booster Club, helping make their community a better place to live.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the sportsman club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Welcome back. I'm joined by our Enbridge player of the game, Carly Cadoon. Carly, you finished with 16 points here this evening. We were talking right before we came on, very different style game than what you guys had here on Tuesday. What was kind of the story behind the game for you guys here this evening?
I don't think we were expecting their guards to be so quick, but I was really impressed with Mallory Bogart coming off the bench and really putting that pressure on them. She had a really good defensive game tonight and putting pressure on that guard and getting us some steals.
Yeah, you talk about Mallory Bogart, and Coach Searstead talked about some of those younger players. So you playing as a junior, quite a few seniors on this team. What can you say about the mix of players that you guys have and their ability to contribute in really any way throughout the night?
Yeah, I think we have a great versatile scoring lineup. I mean, really any one of the starters can score at any given point, and so that's really nice to have if someone's having an off night and someone's not expecting for the main shooter to shoot. We always got those looks.
Yeah, you finished with 16, but Bixby finished with 8. Lee Sundquist finished with 8. Lee finished with 8. New still with 9. So you talk about that balance. Moving forward throughout the season, how can that balance be something that's going to help you guys moving forward?
Just like mixing up the defenses, or for other people's defense, like they don't really know who's going to score, but anybody can score at any given point. So that's really going to set us apart.
All right, absolutely. Well, thank you, Carly, for joining us. 16 points, our Enbridge player of the game, Carly Kadoon. We'll be right back to finish things up right here on your live event.
This is Chris Brecken from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. We specialize in seed meter calibration, planter maintenance, and offer the full line of precision planting products. Walking your fields with you, helping you identify maintenance issues on your planter, developing a plan that puts you back in control of your planter. That's what we do here at Agassiz Precision Ag. Stop by or give us a call. Agassiz Precision Ag, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Once again, I want to thank Carly Kadoon, our Enbridge player of the game, for talking with us, as well as head coach Randy Searstead. Also want to thank head coach Paul Erbley for the Imperials for talking with me prior to today's contest. Always appreciate getting the chance to talk to both coaches prior to the contest. At this time, we have our Agassiz Precision Ag play of the game. Your Agassiz Precision Ag is your local precision planting dealer located in Hillsboro. Make sure you call 701-436-2119 or visit planterdoc.com in order to get in contact with them. Our Agassiz Precision Ag play of the game was actually an assist from our Enbridge player of the game, Carly Kadoon. Had a mid-range opportunity instead passed it cross lane there in the third quarter to a wide open Liliana Lee. That was part of her 8 points and one of probably 4 or 5 assists that Kadoon had here throughout the evening. So our Agassiz Precision Ag play of the game, the assist from Kadoon to Lee down low. That'll do it here for me from North Sargent. Want to thank my cameraman Connor Olson as he has been helping me out for the last couple years and helping me out again here tonight. So I want to thank Connor Olson for all of his help. I want to thank all of you for tuning in. Make sure you head to yourliveevent.com to catch all upcoming action going on around the area as the winter sports are starting. As not only do we have girls basketball underway, but wrestling has also started, as well as boys basketball will be starting here within the next week and a half. So make sure you head to yourliveevent.com to catch all of the upcoming action. Once again, I am Nick Furch. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your night and have a good weekend.